Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to a very special edition of What's for Dinner. Today's What's for Dinner is all Crockpot meals. We're calling this Crocktober, What's for Dinner. And the idea came from the person that I'm collaborating with. I'm collaborating with another Mandy, the kitchen wife. She has a very successful blog. She also has a YouTube channel, and she said, hey, let's get together and show all Crockpot meals on a What's for Dinner. So that's what we're doing. So after you watch my video today, make sure you go check out Mandy's. I will have it linked in the description box. You are gonna love her. I love following her on Instagram. Her blog is amazing, and you're gonna love her YouTube channel too. For our first Crockpot meal, I'm making chicken and gnocchi soup. I'm really excited about this one because that's my favorite soup when I go to Olive Garden. I really liked this version of the recipe simply because it has a good many vegetables in it. So I'm just going to chop up these 2 carrots, these 2 stalks of celery, the onion, and that's going to go in there and cook all day. I'm just adding these chicken breasts. This is 1 pound of chicken breasts, my 2 cups of veggies, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of basil, and 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I'm adding in this whole container of chicken broth, or 4 cups. I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to cook it on high for about 4 hours. You could also do it on low for about 8 hours. We'll come back later and do the rest of it. It's been about 4 hours. I've checked the chicken. It is definitely done. So now I'm going to shred the chicken right here in the crock pot. I've got 2 tablespoons of water here. I'm going to dissolve, or kind of just mix together, this cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch into the water. This is just going to help thicken it up. I'm going to add in 2 cans of evaporated milk. These are 12-ounce cans. The recipe calls for 2 1-pound packages of potato gnocchi, I'm just going to mix all of this together. I'm going to put it on low for the next 45 minutes to an hour just to let it thicken. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to go over to the stovetop and fry up some bacon. We're going to add bacon. Everything's better with bacon, right? This is still thickening up, but it's only got about 20-something minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and fry up some bacon. I've got 6 slices. I'm going to cut it down into small pieces. I'm going to drain this out, but I am going to leave a little bit of the bacon grease in there for us to saute the garlic and the spinach in. This recipe calls for 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to saute this until it gets fragrant, which it pretty much already is. So let's add in the spinach. It calls for 5 ounces of baby spinach. This is a 6-ounce bag, so I'm just going to use all of it. And we're just going to wilt this down. I'm just gonna add this bacon back to the skillet because all of this is gonna go in the soup. Smells so good.
This looks and smells amazing.
I was kind of hoping it would thicken up a little bit more, but
I don't know, it looks thick to me.
Cole already gave me a big thumbs up. It's a great way to get veggies in there too, because we've got celery, onion, carrots, spinach.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what these are. These little dumpling things?
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Yeah, potato gnocchi.
It reminds me of the texture of a dumpling.
Yeah.
It's really good. So it's kind of like a really fancy Italian chicken and dumpling.
Exactly. Just like Olive Garden. Yeah. You could definitely put it in the crock pot before you leave for work and then come home and just finish it up. It doesn't take long. And dinner is served. Wow. This is a great fall meal, I feel like.
Very much so. It's very hearty. And look at all that stuff that's going on in there. All the seasonings and everything. Plus the bacon and carrots, chicken, and spinach. Can't go wrong with bacon.
You know who is less than thrilled about this? The one who's not eating it. You want some? Yeah. You can't have this, little girl. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday, which means it's Taco Tuesday. We're doing things a little bit differently today. We're gonna try pork carnitas in the slow cooker. This is about a 3-pound pork butt. I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper all over it and rub it in. And then we're gonna add a different rub and put it right in the crock pot. I've got about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, and 2 teaspoons of cumin. Now I'm just gonna rub this all over the roast. Okay, the roast is gonna go in the slow cooker. There's a little bit of salt left in that first container, so I'm just gonna throw it in here. So now right on top of the roast, we're gonna put this 1 onion that's been chopped, 1 jalapeno that's been seeded and chopped, and 4 cloves of garlic that's been minced. And then lastly, for now, I'm just going to squeeze the juice of 2 oranges over top. So now I'm gonna put the lid on it and I'm gonna cook it on high for about 6 hours, or you could do low for about 10 hours. So we went ahead and shredded this a little bit earlier just to let some of the juices soak in. Now what we're gonna do is put it on a baking pan that's been lined with tin foil, and we're gonna put it under the broiler just to crisp it up a little bit. So let's talk about the elephant in the room.
You calling me an elephant?
Sure am.
What?
Just the fact that you have no facial hair. He came to me today and said that he wanted to shave his face. I said, well, shave it.
I was getting ready for these tacos.
Uh-huh.
It's going to help me eat my tacos
You
better.
can see your dimple again, and that makes me happy. All right, how about it?
These Carnitas tacos. Mmm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love this. I mean, carnitas is my favorite Mexican dish, as you know. And I don't know if we've ever made carnitas at home. So
We haven't.
having this and the taco with all of these good things that I love, the tomato and jalapeno, onion, the cilantro. Oh man, I love it. It tastes just like the carnitas I have at the restaurant. I like it shredded the way it is. It really holds the moisture. So it's super juicy.
Thank you.
And it's really, really good. It's exactly what you would expect carnitas to taste like. Very good.
Awesome. Cole's really liking it. Mimi's liking it too. Steven's mom is here. So it's time for me to dig in. It's our last meal of the week, and that means it's subby supper night. Tonight's subby supper comes from someone that is near and dear to my heart, and she really gave this to me to try almost a year ago, and I just did not do it. It's my mama. The recipe Mom sent over is a white chicken chili. She said it reminds her more of a chowder, and we are going to alter it just a little bit to our liking. There were several times over this past year that I meant to try this recipe, and I just kept forgetting. So we're finally gonna give it a shot tonight. It's rainy outside, and it seemed like a really good dish to try. My mom and dad love this one. My mom and dad have been married for almost 42 years. They'll be celebrating their anniversary later this month. My mom was a teacher for many years until she retired, and my dad just recently retired, and they are really loving retirement life together. They have lots of plans to do a lot of traveling, and I can't wait to see all of their adventures coming. Thanks, Mama, for sending this over to us. I know we're gonna love it. This recipe is really easy and really quick. This would be a great one for you to put in the crock pot before you leave for work. And there's just a couple of ingredients that you have to add in right before you eat. Since these cloves are so small, I'm doing 4 small ones because it calls for 2 cloves of garlic. It doesn't tell me exactly how much cilantro to add. I'm just gonna roughly chop this and add it in. I've got a little over a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast. It calls for a pound. I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. One teaspoon of cumin. 3/4 a teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of chili powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. put in our diced onion and our minced garlic. This is 2 15-ounce cans of Great Northern beans that have been drained and rinsed. About 8 ounces of diced green chilies. 1 can of corn that has been drained. 24 ounces of chicken broth. And the cilantro. I'm just gonna stir this up a little bit. We're gonna let this cook on low for most of the day, or you could do high for 3 or 4 hours. I'm gonna do low for about 6 hours probably. And then we'll come in and shred it and add the other ingredients before it's time to eat. This has been cooking all day long. Now I'm going to shred up the chicken. I'm just gonna use this tool. This is from Pampered Chef. I've got one linked in my Amazon store that's very similar. It's called the Mix and Chop. I use it for so many different things, but I'm gonna reach in here and just shred this chicken really well. Now I'm gonna add in half a cup of heavy whipping cream. The recipe calls for 4 ounces of cream cheese and 1/4 cup of half and half. But my guys are not big fans of cream cheese in dinner recipes. So I checked the comments below the recipe and saw that several other people said they weren't a fan of cream cheese, and this is what the person who published the recipe suggested. So we're just doing 1/2 cup of heavy cream. I'm gonna let this sit in here. I'm gonna put it on warm for a little while and then check the consistency of it. I might add some cornstarch in just a little bit to thicken it up if I think it needs it.
Love me some white chicken chili.
It's been a long time since I've made it.
Yeah, it has been a while.
And this is very different than what I've made in the past.
You know, usually you have the McCormick packets or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But this is more like homemade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Mmm. Oh man, that is really good. Definitely spicy, like I like it.
So if they didn't want the spice, they could leave out like the cayenne pepper.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not too spicy, but it's definitely what I remembered the white chicken chili being as far as its spice level. But I don't think it's too much. I think it's just right.
Awesome. We put a little bit of cilantro on top and then just a dollop of sour cream in there just to make it a little creamier. Good?
Oh yeah, I love the freshness of the cilantro that you added in there.
Yeah.
It sort of lightens it up a bit. And then I like the consistency of it. And I like how you added a little bit of the sour cream.
Yeah.
And definitely made it a little creamier. And but yeah, this is really good. I love the texture of the corn in there too. Gives it a little bit of a crunch.
Mom and Dad love this one, so she's been telling me I need to make it. And I kept saying I'm gonna make it, and I kept forgetting, so.
It's really good.
Awesome, I'm excited. Gracie, are you excited? Grace, are you so excited? She's like, nope. Oh, we could put cheese in it. If we brought cheese out, somebody would be really excited. I love you, girl. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different twist on my What's for Dinner all Crock-Pot meals. Don't forget to go check out the description box. I've got Mandy's video linked there, the kitchen wife, and I'll also have her blog linked. You don't want to miss that either. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Hit that red subscribe button below, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.